Hey guys, I'm Jade. Today is my LeetCode review vlog on the 71st problem, simplified path. We are given an absolute path for a unique style file system, which begins with a slash. We have to transform this path into a simplified canonical path. Let's see several examples here to understand it easily. We got an absolute path /home/ and the trailing slash should be removed, so the output is /home. And example 2 here, we got a double slash here, and multiple consecutive slashes are replaced by a single one, so the output is /home/food. And example 3 here, we got /home/user /document/double dots and /pictures, and a double period refers to the directory upper level, so we have to remove double dot and documents, and the output is /home/user and /pictures. And example 4 here, we got /double dot/, which means we have to go one level up from the root directory, and which is not possible, so the output is a single slash, which means the root directory. And let's see example 5 here. We got slash and then triple dot /a/double dot, which means we have to remove double dot and a, and /b/c and /double dot, so we have to remove c and double dot and d, and we got a single dot here, so we have to remove it, and the output is /triple dot /b and /d. Then let's get started with our introduction to solve the problem. So the keyword is we can use a stack, and the detail is we'll use a stack to process each component of the path, and the stack will help backtrack easily when we encountering a double dot, because a double dot means we have to moving up one directory level, and also we have to ignore a single dot or consecutive slashes. This is because a single dot means we'll stay in the current directory. Then let's get started with our code to solve the problem and a very detailed explanation. So the first step is we have to get a components string list, because we have to normalize the path by splitting it into components using the slash. And the code is string array components equals path.split, and the keyword is a slash. And this code will handle multiple slashes, since split ignores empty strings between the separators. And the second step is we'll create a stack of string to build the canonical path, and the code is stack of string. And let's call it stack, and we assign a new empty stack to it. And for the third step, we'll use our enhanced for loop to process each component. Let's say for string components and components. And inside the enhanced for loop, we have to check if the component is a double dot. In this case, we need to go up one directory, so we'll pop from the stack unless it's empty. And code is if, and we need another pair of right brackets components dot equals of a double dot. Oops, we don't need this bracket here. And if the condition is true, we have to do a further check. If not symbol stack dot is empty. If it's not empty, we'll pop it. stack.pop. And on the other hand, we have to check if the component is a single period or an empty string, because a single period represents the current directory. So we just remove the single period, and an empty string represents consecutive slashes. So we also have to ignore it. And the code is else if component dot equals of empty string, and now symbol component dot equals of a single dot. We have to ignore those two cases, and if it's not the two cases, we have to push the valid directory name onto the stack. And the code is stack push components. And out of the for loop, we'll build the final simplified path from the stack, and each directory name is prefixed with a single slash. And out of the enhanced for loop, we'll create a string builder first to help us append each component and a single slash. String builder, let's call it results, equals a new empty string builder. Then we'll have to use an enhanced for loop to traverse the stack. And there's one thing we have to pay attention to, because the enhanced for loop eternally uses the collections iterator to traverse the elements. And for stack, which will iterate in the order elements were added, rather than the last in and first out order. And that's the order we want, because we want to get all the elements in the order that elements were added. So the code is we have to create an enhanced for loop and string directory stack, and inside the enhanced for loop, we'll say result dot append of a single slash and append the directory. And in the final state, we have to check if the length of the result is equal to 0. If so, which means the path is the root directory, which is a single slash. So we have to return a single slash in this case. And on the other hand, we'll return the string of the result. So we have to check it before return. And the condition is if result.length is equal to 0. If so, we just return a single slash. And on the other hand, we just return the string of the result, which is result.toString. Then let's check the correctness and analyze the complexity. So the time complexity is big O of n, and n stands for the length of the input path. And we traversed each character of the path for only one time, and each operation on the stack, like push or pop, only cost big O of 1 time complexity. So the overall time complexity is big O of n. And the space complexity, it is also big O of n. This is because in the worst case, when the path contains many valid directory names, so we have to push every directory names into the stack. So the overall time complexity is also big O of n. And thank you guys for watching. This is the end of my LeetCode review vlog on the simplified path problem. And I really recommend you guys to visit my online GitHub page here. You can see all the notes for the top 150 LeetCode problems. You can see problem description and intuition and Java code with annotations and the final complexity analysis. You can also visit my GitHub repository here, which contains the code and notes to build the online GitHub page. And I'll put those two links on my YouTube description below. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.